Hey, it's me. So if parking is so important for downtown retail, why has this location been empty for years with a line of parking spaces in front of it and in the base of a freaking parking garage? Why has it been empty when just across the street is some of the most successful retail in the city? Besides my regular Instagram handle, I started one called Places for Humans, where I curate pictures of some of the great walkable places around the world. What I've learned about the best public squares is that they all seem to follow the same, simple 5-ingredient recipe. Let's use Tuscany's Piazza del Campo as an example. The ideal size is 2 to 3 acres, which is big enough to host a wide variety of events, but still small enough that you can easily identify anybody in the square. The buildings surrounding the square will be about 4 stories, which is tall enough to provide a real solid sense of place, but still short enough to allow the square to fill with sunlight. It's also better if the buildings are a little boring. If you haven't seen my video on the importance of boring architecture, there's a link in the description. It needs to have active edges, and cafe-style seating is perfect. It also has to have pavers, because a concrete slab feels like a prison yard. Finally, and most obviously, no cars. I'm here in Wynkoop Plaza, and it's really close. 2.1 acres, 4-story buildings, edges, active, pavers, check. And then there's the cars. What I think would be awesome for Denver is Wynkoop Square. Kick the cars out and extend the pavers from wall to wall. What if it doesn't work and everyone hates it after we literally set it in stone? We test drive it, silly. Put up some orange barrels for a month and see how people like it. I would be willing to bet that within minutes of cones going up, pedestrians would completely take over the street. Cheap and easy and simple and no commitment. Which, by the way, is exactly how I like my public space. As for closing Wynkoop, there's no through traffic as it dead ends in both directions anyway. And improving a place by removing the cars completely negates the inconvenience of not being able to park at that place. Speaking of parking, this hotel under construction behind me is going to have 100 public spaces, which is going to be a lot easier to access than this cluster of an intersection. And I just want to say this real quick. If you're going to travel to a transit station, maybe you should take the transit. Speaking of transit, the A line from DIA to Union Station is now operational, with 3 more lines coming in the next couple years. And this is on top of all the existing light rail and buses and shuttles and Amtrak. Having a pedestrian-safe place for all these people to flow into will be key for the whole thing running smoothly. And maybe we can finally get a tenant in this location once we get it out from behind this wall of cars. So what do you think of Wynkoop Square? There's obviously a lot of details left to work out. Let me know in the comments. Wait, one last thing. The best thing you can do to support this channel right now is to click subscribe. I'm super serious.